I'm really excited to hear the evolution of Pikup because now you're all the reasons that you're saying, like you're helping families plan ahead for the grocery delivery. You're helping actually bring communities and neighborhoods
Yeah.
together to make things more efficient. Where it sounds like now the companies are providing their own drivers. Are those full-time employees that the companies employ then?
So here's the beauty of the system, right? So because it's scheduled delivery, we can work around the merchant's availability. So for example, a liquor store might not get a ton of traffic Wednesday from 2 to 4. That's a great time to have in-store employees pick the orders and fulfill them before rush, which is at 6 o'clock. So our software is designed to maximize latent capacity within the merchant's own stores. And yes, for some merchants, it is their full-time employees. They're the ones delivering. We're just providing software. For some merchants, they don't have the delivery capability built out yet. And our goal, what I like to say to merchants is we're here to make delivery make sense, right? Delivery doesn't make sense today. No one's making money. It costs too much for the merchant. I mean, everyone just does it because it's just like we have to do it, but it doesn't make sense today. It's just such a cool example of like coming full circle where like, the Milkman was awesome. The only reason I disagree, the Milkman like disappeared because glass bottles got too expensive or something, and they just couldn't like figure it out. But it was just like people love the Milkman, and especially right now, the brand for like branding wise, like the idea of like a nostalgic concept like the Milkman that we're bringing back. It's a cool feeling. Anyway, to answer your question, some employees are full time, some employees are through us because some merchants don't have their own delivery capability. But our goal is to make delivery make sense for those merchants so they can eventually do it themselves.
So are you hiring full-time employees to fill that gap as delivery drivers? How are you
Yeah,
structuring
yeah.
that?
So basically, because what's cool about our system is that because it's not on demand, we can schedule out a driver's entire week. And be like, hey, from 12 to 3, you need to go here. From 6 to 7, you need to go here. From blah, 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 you need to go here. So we even have some delivery vehicles that, you might see around town. We keep that fleet very light because that's not our core business. It's just a value add offering for the merchants. Our core business is the SaaS, the software platform that we provide them to enable them to do this themselves.
This is great. You have less cars on the road. They're having more efficient routes, so
Yep.
less gas and carbon emissions,
Yep.
less wear and tear on the roads, right? And then if companies are able to use employees who are full-time employees who have benefits and have fair wages, like that's a big value add to.
All around makes total, and that's our investors. So we obviously have Ryan, who's like knows the Midwest, right?
Mhm.
Fantastic. We have Unusual Ventures. The partner there that invested was the co-founder of Nextdoor, so understands neighborhood dynamics. And then we have Unusual Ventures. The partner there was like number 9 or 10 at Instacart. So we just got like the right people, to believe in us. And what I hear from like the Nextdoor and Instacart folks is like the late 2000s delivery services. What we think they got wrong was this idea that speed was the name of the game, right? But speed is being used to sacrifice for quality and efficiency and revenue, right? Delivery is supposed to be a positive impact on a business, is bottom line. So that's where we're like, okay, let's change the equation. Let's sacrifice speed, but let's keep costs the same as in store, right? Instacart, you're paying 30% what you pay in store. Let's keep the cost same as in store. Let's charge the customers $1.45. The retailers only have to pay, a fraction of what they're paying these other services. And so far, customers love it. So since we've closed our fundraise, we've doubled every month for the last quarter, like in this quarter. We closed our fundraise in like August. September, October, November, December, we've doubled every month, have great retention. Customers love us. So, we think we're onto something, which is exciting. So,
How are you doing on revenue? Because I think in a Star Tribune article, I don't remember when it was published, but you
yeah,
mentioned that revenue, you don't have that much revenue. Is that still the case?
yeah, I love Neil. I think he might have taken something I've said out of context.
Okay.
We do have revenue at the point. What I was trying to say in that article was it isn't a focus, and it's not something we're really focused on at this time. So we have revenue of paying merchant partners that pay us a commission of sales. So that's great. But it's not really a priority focus for us right now because our goal is to get as many customers as possible. So we usually work out a deal with these merchants where we're like, hey, we won't charge you as much if you do marketing for us. And that's that's what I was trying to convey in that. But it's okay. So but yeah, we have a little bit of revenue right now. So our goal by the end of 2022 is to get to like $1 million ARR run rate. So
by the end of 2022. So in about a year, you want to be
about a year, yeah.
$1 million in annual recurring revenue.
Yeah. So it's about like $83K a month, which is totally doable. So
I have to say, I think I have seen the fruition of your like partnership model with these retailers because when I'm in Cub, I see pickup signs. When I'm at Kowalski's, I see pickup signs. Yeah. So that's really cool. I think though, I didn't realize at the time, because I follow you because you're a beta company, but I thought that you were still doing the like neighborhood, have your neighbor pick up groceries for you, or you could pick up groceries for your neighbor. But this is really exciting as a very busy working parent. Yeah. I feel like I'm your like perfect demographic because I love to sit down and like, I want to have a meal plan every week and I don't need my groceries in 2 hours. It would be great if I'm like, I get my groceries delivered every Thursday and I just have to,
Our goal is to become that one platform that you get. We want you to get your week with us. So, you log in on Sunday night when you get the email that the schedule is ready for you and you get your Costco groceries delivered for Thursday. You get your liquor for, your weekend on Wednesday. You get your pet food from Chuck and Don's on Saturday morning. Like you get everything you need from one app, for the week. At store prices, only $1.45 per delivery, blah, 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 right? So that's kind of our goal is to become like the most convenient place for you to get everything you need from your favorite local stores.
And because it's bundling the groceries, it actually makes me feel less bad about using something like an Instacart where I'm like, wow, here's somebody like I guess it would be the same if I drove to the store and did the shopping. It's just somebody else doing it for me. But that is like an extra round trip car ride for that person.
Delivery is a service, right? But it shouldn't be a luxury service. And that's how it's currently portrayed in the world today, right? It's a expensive, not sustainable service that's currently offered to customers. But there is a way to make it make sense. And we think that's the way, right? Fundamentally, the big problem with delivery is just the fee structure. And so by increasing efficiencies on our side, we can make the economics of it make sense for everyone involved.
Okay, I want to drill into that because that also gets me really excited. When we think about food inequity in our cities, if you live in a food desert where the closest place to buy anything is like your local liquor store or a Quick Trip, and where are these people supposed to get their fresh vegetables and healthy food? You're saying, what I'm hearing you say is like, Pikup could actually help solve food inequity in our cities. Is that a vision that you have?
Yeah, 100%. So if you actually go back to when we were still on college campuses, St. John's was a big market for us because the nearest grocery stores were in St. Cloud. So kids would, the students would take their trucks and run over to St. Cloud and be like, hey, I'm going to Target in St. Cloud. Does anyone need anything? And that was like a sole reason why it was so successful. Food deserts, that's the thing, right? It's not just we're doing a single delivery. We're literally bringing Kowalski's to your neighborhood, right? Get your order in and we'll bring what they have to your neighborhood. So that's the thing that's so exciting about this. And, it's such a simple concept. It's not revolutionary, right? It's such a simple concept. Just get your order in ahead of time and we can come to you for a fraction of the price of the other services. So as we continue to scale, yes, food deserts will be a market that we continue to target. And that's not something we're in right now because we're really focused. We're still kind of moving across the Twin Cities right now. So we've made it from the West Metro to like Minneapolis. And now we have to go Minneapolis to, Woodbury. So
you got to get out to Stillwater. That's where I live.
Yeah. So we're working our way over that way. So that's kind of the next step here. But we'll get there in the next like 2 to 3 months. So.